Hi, everybody. This is Lauren on the education team at Tripleseat. Today's webinar is all about working remotely, so using Tripleseat from a mobile device and how to utilize some of our features so that you can make your work more efficient when you're working from a mobile device. So getting started today on what we are going to go over, we're going to highlight 4 features that you can utilize to make working remotely more efficient. Okay, so first one is how to put Tripleseat on your mobile device. So that's how to get that icon on your home screen. We're also going to talk about taking advantage of email templates so that you can make responding to inquiries and customer messages a lot faster and cleaner. We're going to talk a bit about uploading files to your file library so that you have access to everything that you need. And then we're also going to talk about exporting your Tripleseat calendar to another calendar that you might use on your phone or on a mobile device like a Google, an Outlook, or an iCal. So step 1 is going to be getting the Tripleseat app on your home screen on your mobile device. So the way to do this is it's not from going to the App Store and downloading the Tripleseat app. The Tripleseat mobile site is the full site. So you're actually not downloading an app. You're just able to log into the full site and utilize all of the features from your mobile device. The way to get the icon on your home screen, if you're on an Apple product, like an iPad or your iPhone, what you do is you pull up on Safari. You're going to go to tripleseat.com and then log into Tripleseat. And then you have this button in the center that's the little box with the arrow. When you click that, you get an option to add to home screen. So that's what you're going to want to click is add to home screen. You can label it whatever you like, and that's going to put that square icon on your home screen. Now, if you're on an Android phone, it's really similar steps. Just get to Tripleseat via Chrome, and then on the upper right corner, there's going to be those 3 dots, the options ellipsis. So you click on those, and that's where your add to home screen icon is. So again, I have that written down for you guys. That's going to be available after this, but it's very easy to do. You can also try adding the Tripleseat app to another mobile device like an iPad that you want to have around your venue. So maybe it's not even for when you're outside of the venue, but if you want to keep an iPad either in the kitchen or at the front desk so that anybody else on your team can access it, just go ahead and put that icon right there on the home screen. When you log in, save your login information so that people don't have to log in every time. And that's a great way for the rest of the team to stay up to date on everything that's happening in Tripleseat. Or, for example, if you wanted people that are working the front desk taking phone calls to be able to enter leads for you, leave them with an iPad that's logged into Tripleseat, and they can enter lead information as they're fielding calls. Now, let's talk a bit about utilizing email templates. So you get leads coming in, you're getting notified, this is all great, but you want to respond to people, and it can be cumbersome to type out these long messages on a phone. So this is where email templates can come in handy for getting out a fast and accurate, clean response to the client. So if you preload in some email templates, all you have to do is click your email editor, choose from the drop-down list your email, and it's going to populate your email into the email editor. And that is going to populate information in like the client's name, the guest count, the date they inquired about. So you're not having to fumble around and, zoom in and look at different places for information. It's going to auto-populate all that for you. We actually just did a Beyond Basics webinar about email templates a couple weeks ago. So that whole webinar is available on our blog as well if you want to learn a little bit more about just using email templates in general, but that's going to help you get a fast response out to the client cleanly and easily. Okay, another tip for you is to add all of your important files to your file library. So anything that you might want to send out to a client as an attachment to an email, whether that's a menu or a photo, a floor plan, anything else that you have that you want to attach to an email. If you load it into your file library, then you're going to have access to it wherever you go. So whether you're on your work computer or your home computer, iPad, phone, you have access to everything you need. And the way to get those files in there is to go into your settings and then your file library, and you can just drag and drop from your computer right into your file library. Another tip that we have for you is exporting your calendar onto another device. So this will be helpful for those of you that use Tripleseat all the time, but just aren't sitting in front of your computer at some point during the day, and also for people on your team that do not work in front of a computer. So you might have back of house staff that wants to stay in the loop about everything, but they're just not in front of their computer to log into Tripleseat all day. So what you can do is export this calendar, all your Tripleseat events, to another calendar that you are using regularly, like the Google Calendar on your phone or the iCal on your phone. The way to set this up is to log into Tripleseat, and on your calendar page, in the bottom right corner, you have an export button. So you'll click on the export button. And this is going to provide you with a link that you can use to export this calendar. So one step that you may wish to take first before you export your calendar is to include in the link access to any documents that you have attached to the event. So for example, if every time you look at your Google Calendar, you also want to be able to click and open up BEOs and kitchen sheets right from that event in your Google Calendar, the first step that you're going to take is click the button that says Add Document Links. You're going to choose your documents that you want to have access to, just like the screenshot that we have here. And that's going to affect your URL that you're able to copy. So take a look at this first picture here on the slide. Here's an example of a restaurant. The top line there with that URL, that's a URL to export all of the events from that location out to your other calendar. You can also break it out by room, as you can see here. So, you know, maybe you have a buyout option, and that's really all you're interested in on Google. Is you really only want to notice if you have a buyout. That's an example of why you might use that. But for the whole venue, you take that top line there. If you're exporting to Outlook or iCal, it's very simple. Just click on the button over there on the right that says Add to Outlook, and it's going to walk you through the steps to sync it up with your Outlook or iCal account. If it's a Google Calendar, that's when you would utilize that URL there. So you copy that here, you go into your Google Calendar, and you paste it. There's a box that says Add More Calendars. You paste it in there. Now, once you set that up, it's going to sync for you automatically. So you only have to do it the one time, and it will update for you regularly. So those will always be up to date. So those are some tips for you about how to use Tripleseat on any device. Again, just to recap, it's full functionality on a mobile device. You do not have limited features. You can see everything. Tripleseat is a responsive site. So that means when you're on an internet browser and you pull up Tripleseat, the site knows, reads what type of device you're on, and it just adjusts the formatting correctly. So you can use all the features. And there's some stuff built in there that you might already be using that you didn't know was going to help you use things quickly and efficiently on a mobile device. If you want any help implementing any of this, like setting up email templates, or you just need somebody to walk you through getting the app on your phone, go ahead and reach out to our support team. On the upper right corner of your Tripleseat site, there's that button that says Help and Questions. That will take you to our support portal, which looks just like this here. So you can submit a help ticket, which is like an email to our whole support team. You can do a chat online, so just shoot them a quick message and they'll be right there to answer you. You can also watch video tutorials. So there are written instructions and video tutorials about doing things like exporting the calendar and getting that app on your phone. So that's all written down for you. And then you've also got other webinars. So that online webinar button there, that's going to take you to the events page at Tripleseat, where you can register for more Beyond Basics, or just general training webinars for anybody on your team. So really don't hesitate to reach out to us if we can help you get any of this started.